Hi guys, how is it going today? Hi, this is Luna. Luna always wants to say hello to everybody. You wanna bite me? You wanna bite me, Luna? Yeah? You wanna say hi? Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Give me a kiss, Luna. Give me a kiss. There you go. That's a good kiss. Give me. Her and I are always fighting for kisses. She's actually a very affectionate dog. She's probably like the biggest cuddle monster that I've ever like met in my life. So, anyways, just want to show you guys Luna. She's super tiny. I'm gonna show you guys to the camera right there. Hello, Luna. Say hi to the camera. Hello, Luna. Okay, anyways, ready to go down now, Luna? The viewers always want to say hi to you. But after they say hi to you, they want to take a look at some technical analysis, which you're not really good at, okay? Don't forget, Luna, this is not called the Philicon and Luna show, okay? This is actually called the Philicon show. So let's get you back on the ground. Get out of here, Luna. Go downstairs, okay? Get out of here. Go away, Luna. This is my show, okay? Hi, everybody. How's it going today? So I just wanted to make sure that you guys always get a little bit of a taste of Luna because she's quite awesome all the time. Oh, you guys are censored. My apologies. Let me turn on the live chat. Okay, there we go. Let me just have a quick sip of water here. So I'm actually incredibly excited right now, guys. We have a potential to hit some astronomical numbers with LiteCoin. And I'm talking about anywhere from $485 to $718 to even $1,000. We have to remember all the good things about Litecoin, such as LitePay, that was slightly delayed, right? But I do believe in good things coming to it very soon still. Hello, Nikolai, how are you doing today? So, hey, Mike Tran, how's it going? So, Litecoin is one of those coins that's it's the little brother of Bitcoin, right? And because it's the little brother of Bitcoin, a lot of people tend to forget about it. And I want to give Litecoin some love because we've actually nailed many, many different targets throughout the month. So let's take a look at Litecoin on CoinMarketCap first of all to see where it's standing. So finally, it overtook EOS again, as you guys remember. Here's my second trade for the day, just to show you guys my trade. Okay, I made a tiny, 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 tiny little profit. I also shorted EOS earlier today as well. I made like $85 on it. I'm only up $150 today. And I think my goal for all of April will be to make roughly between $500 to $1,000 a day for day trading only. And I'm only going to focus on very high probability setups that offer amazing risk to reward. And this one was kind of cool because I shorted a while ago. I mean, I shorted it. It was like literally a 1 hour trade, right? Actually, longer than that. Yeah, about 1 hour. I shorted about 420 here. 420. That's how you know how immature I am sometimes. So I shorted it about 420, and I ended up just leaving point 0.1 neo here. I was pointing it out how high of an R size it was. So I just want to take my little $75 profit here in front of you guys, which is not much, right? But I shorted about I think a $4,000 position there to make 70 bucks. I'm okay with that. So yeah, so if you guys take a look just overall at all the different coins, right? Right over here that I have up, I'm currently following Bitcoin, EOS, Ripple, Neo, what else? Litecoin and IOTA. What I really like about these videos that are not Bitcoin is that Bitcoins end up getting about 3,000 viewers that are live. What I like about Litecoin and EOS is it gives you guys a chance to ask many more questions unrelated to Litecoin. So you guys are welcome to ask as many coins as you'd like, whether it's about, whatever we're talking about now. You can ask about technical indicators. You can ask about other coins as well, and we'll try to find a lot of time for us to get a look at other coins as well during these videos. When there's too many people, it's just very difficult for us to take a look at every single coin that people are requesting, right? Did you eat your noodle cup today? No, I didn't have any noodle yet, but that's definitely for tonight. I'm gonna have my ramen. It's gonna be pretty cool. Thank you, James Lee. I'm happy to be back. So, Litecoin, guys, let's take a look at her. I think there's tons of opportunity for it. And let's first of all take a look at the coin market cap here that I've been talking about. So, EOS temporarily overtook LiteCoin, which is actually a rare phenomenon for LiteCoin to be anywhere but 5. Usually LiteCoin is always number 5, but EOS overtook it because of the EOS DAC airdrop snapshot coming up on April 15th there. So LiteCoin right now is number 5, finally, back to its rightful position, claiming the throne for number 5 right there. We just took a look at Dogecoin right there. I just grabbed Luna for you, Google. I don't know if we can take a look at Dogecoin twice there. Ace1 asked a very good question. I appreciate that donation. Thank you very much, sir. Hi, Philicon. Do you believe that Litecoin will reach $1,000 by this year? Yes, I do believe with 100% certainty that Bitcoin will reach $35,000 this year and Litecoin will reach $1,000 this year. I do believe that firmly. My top 3 coins that I will be looking at that I will be holding for a long term. Whenever I invest long term, I wait for the daily chart to have a massive golden crossover, and then I set my stop loss for well below the previous swing low. And then I basically just adopt this strategy called hold and forget until we get a death cross happening again. So I'll explain to you guys why as well. I firmly believe that Litecoin will reach $1,000. And it's very, very simple, guys. It's such a simple analysis that we're going to be doing that's going to show you guys it. And before we do so, I want to make sure that I actually adopt and introduce a lot of different basic theories that will help you guys understand Fibonacci extensions and how Fibonacci targets are derived based on these Elliott wave and Fibonacci extensions. So we have to incorporate and teach you guys, if you're unfamiliar with it already, different ways of using Fibonacci extensions. Now, as an Elliott wave trader, it's actually my favorite way of doing technical analysis, right? Using Fibonacci extensions. Luna, stop talking, Luna! Don't make me go down there, Luna. Okay, it's my show. You gotta stop barking like that, Luna. We've talked about this so many times before. Luna, that's enough from you, okay? We've talked about this many times before. I'm trying to do a professional show here, okay? There's many people watching the show. I don't need you barking like that all the time when I'm trying to do a professional show, okay, Luna? Sorry about that, guys. Luna, I don't care what you're having for dinner tonight, okay? I don't care about your dinner. For all I care about, you can eat nothing, okay? I'm trying to do a professional live stream here, Luna. Stop it right now. You're interrupting me. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Really sorry about that, guys. I thought my microphone was muted here for a second, okay? But apparently it wasn't. So, uh, yeah. She's kind of like horrible like that sometimes, okay? So yeah, sorry about that once again, guys. I really thought that hope your neighbors live at a distance. My neighbors are pretty unhappy with me, to put it that way. So, guys, let's take a look at Litecoin. We have to acknowledge the fact of how much volume has been pumped into the market. I don't know about you guys, but myself, I am ecstatic about this volume right here. Do you guys see this $564 million of volume that has been put into the market? Right now, guys, ever since I did my Bitcoin technical analysis video about 3 hours ago, we've actually already put in more than $5 billion into the market, which is a staggering amount. We look at the 24-hour volume, right? It's all ranging between 2 to 300 million dollars. But today, guys, we actually reached 565 million. When's the last time we did that kind of number? March 18th, which was about a month ago, right? And before that, March 15th. So we are now getting back into the volume that's normally trending of what we're used to, which is around the $500 million mark. So 500 million is a very substantial number and it must be respected. So I do believe that people are actually getting very interested in Litecoin again. So I want to explain to you guys the mechanics of Elliott wave, okay? So Elliott wave goes like this. Now, let's just say we draw it like this, where we have the first wave going up and then we have the second wave. Now, a lot of people will actually miss this entire first wave, and you guys should never, and I mean it, never, ever feel bad about missing this first wave. What you guys do is as soon as this first wave forms and then it corrects, okay? you can either make a choice if you want to, and you can accumulate here like that, and you can start buying within reasonable Fibonacci levels. But I don't do that, guys. I'm a breakout player for the third wave. So what I actually do, I think my microphone's sounding all right. Is it not loud enough, guys? Do I have to turn up the decibel a little bit here for you guys? I think it's loud enough, is it not? Okay, let me just see if I can actually adjust a little bit here, okay? Let me just adjust the volume a little bit and add like maybe 5% more volume to my microphone. That should be a lot better, I think. Okay, let's see if this is going to do it. I think should be a tiny bit better here for you guys, right? Sounds good? All right. Hopefully it's a lot better. I apologize if it's not the best there right now. I have a lot of microphones, Google. I've got an Arctic 5, right? Like a headset by SteelSeries. And I also have like some, I don't know, some $300 microphones. So I've got a bunch of different microphones. I just happen to be using this one because it's close by. So what I recommend to people to do is when this retraces, you guys simply just wait until the breakout. And then when this breakout occurs, right? Awesome. Now, let's say that it was only up to there, first of all. What you guys say to yourself is, I'm going to target a minimum of a one-to-one extension. And I will also follow the rule very religiously of that wave 3 will often be the longest and it'll never be the shortest. So by default, if wave 3 is actually longer than wave 1, which it should be because it's the most impulsive one, then naturally what we'll want to do is target a minimum of one-to-one. And then we also say to ourselves that wave 1 territory is going to be used as now a hard support because it was previously a resistance. What you want to do is treat this as a hard support. So wave 4 could fall down somewhere up to here at most. And then what we say is wave 5 will get to about the 161.8 extension, depending on how it is. So that's how we derive these particular targets, okay? So that's very important to make note of. And I will give you guys a real life example of how many people, if you guys have been following me for my technical analysis, since even February for LiteCoin there, to give you guys a very basic example of how Elliott wave can be used. So let's say we counted this as our wave 1, all right? This is our wave 1 right there. I'm actually just going to make this right? So we're following the exact same rule, okay? And now this is a correction that's happening right there. And what we say to ourselves is, okay, I missed it. That's okay. But what I will do is I will buy it on the breakout right here, okay? I will buy it on the breakout when it actually breaks above it. So now what we see is, all right, it's breaking out above it, okay? Wicked, broke out above it. I'm actually going to buy into strength now, regardless of whatever indicators, you buy into strength with this strategy. And then what you do is you target a minimum, okay, right here. You target a minimum of one-to-one extension as your first target. And you say to yourselves, wow, this actually hit my one-to-one target right there, okay? And then you wait for whatever correction to happen, okay? You wait for whatever correction to happen. And then for the target 2, if you took some profit there, maybe take 25, maybe take 50% of your profit for wave 3. And then for the wave 5, guess what you target? Remember? You target the 161.8. So this is just one very small example that I'm giving you guys that is proof in the pudding of how Elliott wave actually ends up working. So the Elliott wave for that was quite beautiful if you take a look at it right here, right? So the Elliott wave formation was simple. It simply just did something like this, where it did waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and it did wave 5 right there as well, right? Beautiful. Now, if you guys also remember the way we've been playing Litecoin, we took an extension of one-to-one right around here, right? We took an extension of one-to-one, and we say to ourselves, all right, well, if this is A, if that is B, then let's just assume that wave C will end up to a one-to-one extension. And surely enough, it landed right there to the one-to-one extension. And that's where I suggested for a lot of people to go long on it, right? Not only did it land at the perfect one-to-one extension, it also landed right there at the golden ratio and the golden pocket. So there's a lot of different confluent zones for us to enter this position right here, if you guys remember. And we ended up shooting from 157 all the way accumulated to 193. Now, theoretically, this should have been the end of this official downtrend, right? Because we were all hoping that the uptrend was finally going to start. But what we have to understand is a lot more theory before you guys move ahead, okay? So after the end, thank you very much, Mira. I really appreciate it. Greetings from Toronto, Philicon. Please be sure to treat Luna to some shots. Great to see you again. It's great to see you too, Mira. I really appreciate that generous donation there. I'll be sure to get Luna quite liquored up. I already got her a futon. You guys want to see the futon? Not a futon, I keep saying it. She wanted to be closer to me, so I actually got her. Yeah, like I literally got her. I got her a sectional. Okay, I didn't want to buy her like a $100 doggy bed. So next to my office here in this room, I bought her like a $2,000 sectional. Yeah. She's so spoiled. Like it's a big sectional. It's like a three-seater on the other side over here, and this is where the big long sectional section is over here. And yeah, she's so spoiled. So she's still figuring out what to do on the other side. But here she's got a blanket, she's got a big dog pillow over here. You know, she's got like a huge massive blanket as well. She's quite comfortable on it. So yeah, I definitely there. She was pretty drunk because people were donating a lot in the previous video, so I got her a lot of shots over there. So thank you very much, Mira. I really appreciate that once again. So let's go over theory. It makes no sense at all for me to go over technical analysis if a lot of people don't understand theory behind this. Now, these are some of my favorite ways to do technical analysis because I'm a big fan of XYZ corrections. Okay, you guys know why I'm a big fan of XYZ corrections? It's because it allows us to get coins at a much cheaper price, right? So for the people that don't really have a lot of capital to begin with, you have to think of it like this. It's yes, it's about percentage gains, but a lot of the times it's also about quantity, okay? It's about quantity as well. Does that make sense? So you want to be able to get as many coins as you can at a very cheap price because we have to understand the basics of supply and demand from an economics perspective of 101, right? So all resources are scarce, put it that way, right? Whether it's, oil, whether it's gold, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Litecoin. So if a resource is scarce, there's a very limited amount of supply out there. Well, depending on the demand for it as well, you want to make sure that you accumulate as many coins as you possibly can because there's a finite amount. So that's one way to look at it as well. So whenever we get some sort of wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get some sort of ABC correction going up like that or going down right here as well, right? So then after that, we attempt to break out into an impulse wave, which I'll denote this as yellow, okay? Phil, problem with finding one wave. Can you show an example? Is wave 3 going on Neo? I'll have to take a look at Neo near the end of the video. This Dimissimo. I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong there. I'll have to take a look at Neo more so near the end of the video. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, exactly. If you sleep a quarter of your life, you better buy a good mattress. So we try to break out into an impulse wave up, but sometimes it fails. And how do we denote a failed wave? Well, a failed wave is denoted by a retracement that is more than 100% of the level of this official impulse wave up, because Elliott wave says that an impulse wave can only retrace 99.99999 repeating of the initial impulse wave. If it retraces more than 100.00000 repeating 0.1 at the end there, then that automatically implies it's a wave failure. So if a wave failure does occur, what we end up getting instead is we call this W, okay? W for, and then we call this X that denotes an impulse wave failure. And then we get a Y. Now within this X to Y right here, we actually get an extended correction like that, okay? Now, if you guys take a look at the structure of this, for example, right, this is actually some of the official terms for waves, right, for flags, just as an example, okay? So you guys can see some sort of flag formation like that. So when you actually get into more complicated denotation, or whatever the word is, to denote the proper structure of certain patterns, what you actually get is much more complicated ways to denote it based on Elliott waves. Just as an example, if you guys want to get very detailed, okay? I just want to teach you guys a few things as well, okay? So you get a 7-wave structure. Now, a lot of you guys probably know this pattern, right? A lot of you guys, I'm sure with 100% certainty that a lot of you guys are familiar with these types of patterns. Just as an example, what pattern is this? Okay, let's just call this, for example, like a head and shoulder, right? This is a head and shoulder pattern like that, right? That's how you guys see head and shoulders. Well, how do I guess more advanced traders see it, right? The way that they see it is they see this as Elliott waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They actually see it like that instead, okay? They see it as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then they see this position right here as a possible truncated C instead, right? So we see it as much more complicated structures. And the reason why normal people say, okay, it could bounce off of C or it could go down off of C. So C can actually happen to many different ways, right? So if you actually take a look at this right here, right, C can go up or it can go down. They call this in particular the neckline, right? This is called the neckline right there. But Elliott wave traders actually end up seeing it very differently. What we see this is a possible truncated C position, which falls short of A. And we also see this as a possible double bottom, where A and C are on the same wavelength, right? And then we also see it as a possible breakdown, like here, where it could make a one-to-one. So I just want to give you guys a very different way of looking at how patterns are actually identified. So just to give you guys some more complicated ways to take a look at some patterns as well to improve your game, because that's the goal. I honestly just want you guys to simply could you go over extended B waves? Okay, I can go over B waves, no problem. So B waves are very funny, okay? B waves can do one of many different things. What we have to acknowledge about B wave is that it shares the same characteristics, okay? Actually, let's go into more detail in this specific wave. It shares many characteristics as waves 4 and wave 2. And there's a rule called the rule of indifference of expression by alternation. That's right, the rule of indifference of expression by alternation. Okay, now what that refers to is that wave 2 and wave 4 will often alternate, and these are very important concepts to understand for Elliott wave. So for example, wave 2 can simply just do an ABC correction, right? So, and then wave 4 as an example, I'm just going to draw it like very hyperbolically and embellish it a little bit here. So let's say that wave 2 actually does some sort of ABC. Well, this one here could actually do some sort of weird pattern like a symmetric triangle, okay? So then we actually end up getting with very different types of structures that could end up being something like an A, B, C, D, and E, right? So these are what people would call extended B corrections. So this could make a 5-wave symmetric triangle, or it could even make a descending triangle as you guys see. But by the rules of alternation of indifference of expression, right? Because wave 2 might have done something simple like an ABC, we easily can assume that wave 4 can do something like a descending triangle or something like that as well. Now, because wave 4 and wave 2 also has the same characteristics as a wave B, then we also say the same thing for B as well, okay? That B could easily do something simple like an ABC correction, like that, right? Where A could come in a 3-wave flat where it could just basically do something like an ABC, like that, or perhaps A could also do a 5-wave zigzag, okay? A 5-wave zigzag, and then this simply just does an ABC, and then the C wave is always the same, right? The C wave going up is always the same as the C wave going down, where that one right there could make a 5 wave going up. So this is a very basic zigzag pattern that goes up. It's called a 5-3-5 zigzag. And notice how we have ABC in here, right? From A to B, we have ABC. Well, it's no different than an ABC coming down here as well. So that's a very basic way. Hey, thanks, Miguel. I really appreciate that, man. I appreciate it very much. So then we can also say that this one could just simply make, A, B, C, D, E corrections as well, right? Just something like that, which ends up becoming some sort of symmetric triangle. So B patterns are very difficult to place, and that's why not many people play it, guys. A lot of people don't play the A wave to bounce up there, right? But the best pattern that we can easily see is a descending triangle, which is one that I always focus on playing if it actually ends up happening. What I actually wait for is I wait for this formation to happen. If it does do an A, B, C, D, E, right? I never ever try to catch A or C. I make sure that two valid points are established first of all, right? And after two valid points are established, I also want two valid supports to be established, right? And even three. If you have 3 points of support on the bottom and 2 points of a primary resistance, then the E, as soon as it gets here, that is where you want to short your position right there. So there's many different ways to look at it, and I hope that answers some of your question right there as well. So anyways, so now we're going to get back into this technical analysis. The way that I'm seeing Elliott wave for Litecoin right now, it's like here. This was counted a long time ago, guys, a very long time ago, where this was A, that was B, and this was basically C. And then what people said, do you guys remember me saying how many times now, okay? What Fibonacci retracement? Can anybody answer this? What Fibonacci retracement is the Fibonacci retracement number of the month? Do you guys know? Nobody knows. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys what the Fibonacci retracement of the whole year is. It's actually 78.6 right now, okay? 78.6 is exactly, Jace. You got it. You got it, Dama. Right, Jacob? You guys got it. 78.6 is the big retracement of the month right now, right? It is so hot, this number right now. So the whole time when this was coming down, people basically said this, okay? They said this right here, that as soon as it gets to anywhere between 78.6 to the 100 Fibonacci number right here, people were going to buy. So as soon as we actually finish this entire wave structure right here, guys, right? As soon as we finish this entire wave structure, people went long on it hard. And then we all thought, yay! That's when Bitcoin actually reached $6,000. And we all thought, hey, this is the bottom. We're now going to officially start an impulse wave up. But guys, it rarely happens, okay? That the 70 or sorry, that the ABC happens and then we finish. What I guarantee you guys gonna, I don't know how long you guys have been in the market for, but it is really rare to see this kind of bull run finish only on an ABC correction. So it was really difficult for myself to assume that 6,000 was actually going to be the absolute low and then we were going to launch to 35K. It just made no answer. It just made no realistic explanation at all for us to finish at that level. I mean, if we look at Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's really no different at all if we take a look at her, okay? Where everybody thought that this was basically going to be ABC, if we called it that, just for simplicity. Bitcoin did something much more different, in my opinion, but we'll just call this for simplicity ABC, right? And everybody thought that we were actually going to get a wave upwards finally to 35K. But unfortunately, we ended up getting even bigger corrections. We ended up getting a W, X, a Y with another X for failure, and finally, the Z is most likely done, in my opinion. I am feeling so hopeful right now, guys, okay? I'm feeling so hopeful and bullish. I believe next week is actually going to be a bullish run. Now, what you guys need to remember is that don't ever feel bad, guys. Don't ever feel bad for missing out on Bitcoin, okay? If you guys missed out on the big bull run from $700 or $2,000 to 19,500, I want you guys to not feel bad at all, okay? In fact, I want you guys to be very happy that it brought you to the game, okay? Because whether you heard about it on mainstream media or to the news, or from the news, or from your friends, right? Hey, Bitcoin is actually, it got up to like, $10,000. And whether you guys made a lot of money or not, please do not regret it at all with your life in any way. It brought you to the game. You guys are now here, and you guys are going to experience one of the biggest bull runs in the history of mankind. And there's not a single thing, or a single person, or a single entity, or single organization, or any media that's going to stop the biggest bull run in the history of mankind. Whether it is beginning now and we are just catching the very bottom, or whether we get more confirmation in a very short time frame. I believe this confirmation is going to happen soon. But what I can guarantee, guys, is that you are going to know when this bull run starts. Okay, so I'm very happy that it brought you to the game, and I don't want you guys to feel bad in any way at all. Okay. Oh, by the way, guys, this video has been brought to you by EVGA. Okay, if you guys are looking for a brand new mouse and keyboard, make sure you're looking at the M65 Pro mouse. It's a very good one as well. And if you guys are looking for a new fan that's very quiet with high static pressure, make sure you're taking a look at the AF120. It also comes in a 140mm format as well. And if you guys are looking for a keyboard, Corsair makes unparalleled keyboards as well, ranging from effects such as static lightning to RGB full rainbow effects as well. Unparalleled quality, the K95 RGB keyboard. This video has been brought to you by Corsair. You guys can believe it or not, if Corsair actually paid me to make this video. It's up to you guys to believe that or not, okay? It's up to you guys to believe that or not, if Corsair has actually sponsored me to make that video. I'm just kidding, guys. Corsair did not actually make me say that in any way at all, okay? They actually didn't make me say that at all. Just like how they didn't make me say that, just for example, if you guys are looking for Corsair coolers, right? This is a beautiful EVGA closed loop circuit right here as well. It combines very quiet, good static fan, RGB CPU cooler, amazing cooling solutions. And when you combine that with something like, an EVGA video card as well, like the GTX, very low wattage as well, unparalleled video cards. EGA, guys, it's been brought to you by them as well. It's kind of funny. So, do you guys believe me? It's hard for you guys to believe that, but maybe EVGA. Um, yeah, I'm just joking, guys. I'm actually just making a complete joke, okay? EVGA and Corsair, they didn't sponsor me to make any of these videos, but what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna reach out to them, guys, okay? I'm gonna reach out to them, and I'm gonna I'm just gonna see if they want to send me some free stuff for fun. Okay, they send me free stuff for fun, just so I can sponsor some of the cool stuff here that I have. So yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys took a look at my new video, my new system that I actually got there. It's kind of cool. I gotta admit there. So anyways, let's get back to this over here. So, LiteCoin, where's my LiteCoin chart over here? Okay. So, what we see here, right, is that this C should have officially been done for LiteCoin. But we're wondering what is going on right now, okay? What is going on? Did we actually end up counting this wrong? Is this actually B over here, okay? And are we actually getting an extended correction over here? Whew, so it was actually a very confusing count. So then we actually ended up doing this, guys. You guys remember the flavor of the month again for Fibonacci retracement? 78.6, right? So not only did we get a 78.6 retracement from right around here where people went long, okay, right there, right? 78.6 around that region near there, but we actually ended up getting a 78.6 region retracement right there as well. Okay, so that was a really good place to go long. So we ended up going long on there, right? And then we all thought to ourselves, all right, this is now finally going to be the bull run. But guys, it was not. It was not the bull run at all, okay?
So there's two ways to take a look at support, okay? And you guys need to remember this, okay? There's two ways to look at support. One is how long can the bears pound at a support before the support finally breaks? That's one way, right? I'm talking about this region right there. How long can the bears keep pounding at this particular section right here until it breaks down? And the second way to look at it is like this. How long can the bears keep pounding at it before the bulls have successfully defended them, not only defended them, but have now actually pushed them back to their side, okay? What platform do you do your trades on? Phil Matthew asked. I really don't like the name Phil. I hate the name Phil. I don't like anybody with the name Phil on it, so I'm not going to answer that question, okay, Phil? I apologize. I'm just kidding. Phil Matthew, I trade on an exchange called Bitfinex. It's been one of my favorite exchanges to trade on. I am not interested in TRX whatsoever. Not right now, at least, and not publicly. I have to follow a few specific rules, Joey. That's a really good question, right? One is never talk about TRX because every time I've talked about TRX, I've pumped it more than 15% by accident, right? So I've got to make sure I focus on like top 10 market cap coins because when I focus on coins that are even like Stellar, for example, okay? When I focus on Stellar or Cardano one time, and when Eric tweeted about it, you guys know Eric Cho, he tweeted about it and I actually made a video about it, and we actually ended up pumping both Cardano and Stellar by 15% in about 10 minutes. So that's not gonna happen again. And every time I do that, people call me a pumper or pump and dumper, right? So I gotta make sure I stay away from some coins, right? Well, EOS has still got some ways to go. Vagpan, like I'm not too worried about EOS right now, so maybe give it some time. As we speak right now, guys, Litecoin is on a rampage, okay? It is on a rampage. So what I wanted to conclude was that we got an ABC correction here, and I believe that we have officially finished from a very detailed count that I've made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 waves, and I believe that we have officially finished the 5 waves down here as well. Okay, now what happens a lot of the times when there's not enough sufficient downward force to complete a fifth wave is this, okay? Like that. So within this fourth wave, it ends up making like, almost like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of flat pattern like that. And if you take a look at this right here, that is actually what it is doing. It is forming a flat. So if we actually count all of these waves coming down now proportionally, what we see very simply, in my opinion, is that is officially 5 waves coming down, right? We get only slight overlap. Make sure that you guys are remembering that the wave 4 can overlap wave 1 as long as it is in a highly leveraged market, okay? So then if we take a look at this right here as well, we say to ourselves, can this be an actual count right here, okay? Right here, where it's making this extended fifth wave that I was just referring to earlier, right? And we have to acknowledge some triangles, okay? Now, I don't see triangles everywhere, but the way that I see triangles myself personally is a mode of support and resistance. Now, it's hard to argue with this fact, right? That this is pretty much where the major supports lie right now, right? This is where the major supports and resistances are. We are now confining ourselves to this particular zone right now. So, guys, what is the play? What is the play? That's the most important thing. We have to first of all acknowledge the resistances and supports, okay? This is pretty much a parabolic move up. Now, do you guys see right here? Okay? Do you guys see right here? Uh, right here. Like, take a look at this, guys. Right? It doesn't take a genius for us to see this. I drew this massive yellow line that has been established ever since December 17, right? Do you guys see this yellow line? It hits this point, it hits all of these major points. It's hitting pretty much this point here right now as well. Well, guess what, guys? Guess what we're trying to break right now? Just take a wild guess. We're trying to break through it. Now, I don't know if that's officially accurate. Excuse me, I just burped there. But we're going to try to draw it as accurately as we can, like that, right? So take a look, guys. It's pretty darn accurate to me, I'd say, almost. In fact, maybe even right here. I feel that we're attempting to break out of it. You guys got to remember what Bitcoin is doing, okay? Really important for you guys to acknowledge what Bitcoin is doing. Always give respect to the big brother because little brother tends to follow along as well. Well, if I actually draw this as best as I possibly can on Bitcoin, okay, check this out. We will consider this a bull trap region. We're definitely touching this point around there. Okay. We're considering some bull trap regions there as well. Now, what do you guys see for Bitcoin? We see that it has broken out of this massive support that has actually formed since December 17. And because it's done that, guys, look at Litecoin. Can we agree that Litecoin is actually doing the exact same thing right now? Yes, absolutely. We can with 100% certainty. Okay. Now, the 5 waves are pretty much going to be formed very soon already, from what I see. I see this as waves 1, 2, pretty much 3, slight overlap for wave 4, and this is pretty much wave 5. So, Litecoin is actually looking fantastic. Do you guys want to see the accuracy of Elliott wave extensions? Okay. Look at this right here, all right? This is the accuracy of Elliott wave extensions, okay? What do you guys remember my rule that I was talking about, right? Well, we could call wave 1 there, but the real break region was actually right here, okay? Around 118 right there, okay? So what you guys say to yourself is, okay, that's a big wick rejection. If it breaks above 118, I will go long on it. And where will I target? I will first of all target a one-to-one extension, and I will take some of my profit there, okay? I will take some of my profit right here. I'll make this pink, or purple rather, or whatever. Let's make it pink. So I'm just gonna delete this yellow or this green box. It's a little bit hard to see. And I will put this back to green so you guys can see, right? So you will take about, remember this rule always, guys. Take your profit, okay? Take your profit and some of it. You guys have all been in that situation. You've all been in that situation, guys, where you said to yourself, "I should have taken profit, but I didn't." Well, think of a halfway battle where you will take some of your profit and then you will take more of your profit later. If you take some of your profit, it does one of two things. One, it guarantees that you're playing with some of the house money if you actually want to buy back in. And two, it alleviates a lot of the guilt, or not the guilt, but the emotional burden. And you have to remember that trading, guys, it's a very emotional job, right? There's no job in the world that's going to pry with your emotions more than trading. You guys are going to want to jump off, hypothetically speaking, you'll want to jump off of a bridge one day or something because you lost so much money or you made the wrong mistake, or and there's going to be fear as well. And there's just, you guys are going to go through these turmoils of emotions. So if I had to give someone really good advice, what I would tell them is to make sure that you guys are taking some of your profit. Personally, what proportion percentage do you take at the end of the third wave? I take 50%, Philip. I take 50% always, about right around 50%. Let's say I'm playing a $10,000 position and I've made $1,000, right? 10% profit, okay? Well, I'm gonna take my $500 profit or something like that. Okay, I'll take half of my profit, and then I might even add $500 back in to my position, right? Or even more than that. But at least it's paying and subsidizing some of the actual cost to buy back in, and it's not your money, right? You're actually using the house money. So that's, hey Philippe, how's it going today? I noticed you, senpai. Shouldn't X waves be 3 waves? No, Carlos, it doesn't always have to be 3 waves. X is denoted by any wave failure that can happen. It could be on the first wave, it could be on the third wave, it could be on the fifth wave, but usually an X is denoted by a retracement of more than 100%, right? Because Elliott wave says that you simply just cannot go more than 100% retracement. So regardless of what it is, as soon as it retraces by 100%, that's when you guys can easily and with certainty say that that's where the wave failure happened. So make sure, guys, to the point once again about making sure you check those emotions by taking some of your profit. You guys try it, okay? You make sure. Okay, what I focused on the most in trading was one, risk management. Okay, risk management was really important to me. And two was figuring out why some people are good at trading and why some people are bad at trading. So think of it like this, okay? If all the most brilliant people in the world were trading, right, and they're all on Wall Street, what separates the amateurs from the really good guys? And the answer is simple, it's emotional stability, right? Emotional stability is what separates people, whether you're a good trader or a bad trader. So if you guys want to make sure that you up your game and you focus on the psychological part, I kid you guys not, the psychological part and the emotional part of trading is entirely neglected. So you guys have to make sure that you control that part. It is not all about being a really good technical analyst. It is not all about risk management. Risk management gets eliminated, or it eliminates the emotional aspect of it. But if I kid you guys not, it will change the way you guys play and take profit if you take 50% of your profit or whatever percentage you would like. Okay. So right now, I basically see right here, okay? If you guys bought on the breakout right over here, where the wicks basically are at 118, you would have targeted 122 as a day trader, take 50% of your profit, right? Or maybe even got higher than that, right? The wick actually extended really high, but you guys would gauge that depending on the momentum that there is, and that's for you guys to tell. And then if you actually take a look at the extension of the 161.8, what you clearly see here as well is that this one over here, it reached a flying 161.8. So that's how easy these extensions are. So guys, we are at a point right now where I'm hoping for it to break a little bit higher than this, okay? I'm hoping for this to actually start rallying. Now, my entry point, honestly, is going to be maybe a retracement of this right here. It needs to get a little bit higher for my personal criteria to enter, but I'm hoping for it to kind of just kind of die down over here, okay? Sideways. I'm going to go to a different time frame so you guys can see. I'm hoping for LiteCoin to start going sideways like this down here, like that, because I wanted to retrace to a decent level, because we have to admit that's a pretty big uptrend from 111 to 128. I wanted to retrace anywhere between 120 and 123, and then I'm simply just going to go long on it. If you guys take a look at all the indicators right now, guys, it does not make sense for you to enter, to be quite honest, okay? You guys take a look at the moving average strategy. If you guys are not familiar with my moving average strategy, oh, by the way, guys, I'd always appreciate an upvote on Steemit. If you guys just take a look in the description there, I honestly get like, whatever, I get like $3 a post or something, but it kind of just, it's kind of like a little side project where I buy my dog tequila, and you guys know the drill for Steemit. I'd always appreciate an upvote. I'm not here to make money off of you guys on Steemit, but I always appreciate the small little upvote, because hey, $10 a day is $10 a day. I appreciate money. So you guys need to make sure you review my strategy, right? Lesson 12, swing trading advanced 55 EMA. Lesson 16, advanced 55 EMA strategy. But I'll briefly just go over it, right? What we see on a 15-minute chart is a massive uptrend. We're definitely swinging and it's starting to fan out. On the 30-minute chart, same thing. On the 45-minute chart, same thing. We actually ended up getting a golden crossover already. And the golden crossover was a beautiful thing, and I wish I got in on that. We are just about to get a golden crossover in the 1 hour, but I think it's going to fail, to be quite honest, because we're pretty much done this rally for now, right? So I'm waiting for hopefully anywhere between the 116, 120. Who knows? Maybe it won't even reach that level. But right now, you guys have to ask yourself if you buy in, right? Am I buying in because of FOMO? Do I really want to buy in at 77 RSI on a 45-minute chart, right? Or around 80 RSI on a 1 hour, or even 76 RSI on a 2 hour, right? So you kind of need for it to reset a little bit for you to enter to get a better timing on it. But I kid you not that we are starting to parabolically move. Do you guys see this right here? This yellow moving average of mine. I want to clear out the majority of these charts. You guys see this yellow moving average, the 55 right here? We are starting to parabolically move upwards. We have to keep this in mind. I do believe that it's now going to start a new era, a new cycle, guys. we have to remember that bull runs come in cycles, just like how corrections also come in cycles as well. So make sure that you guys are understanding that for every time you run really fast, you have to take a really long break before you can run even further again, okay? So make sure you guys if you guys are new to trading, make sure you guys understand this, okay? Make sure you understand that nothing goes up forever, okay? It will go up, it will go down, it will go up higher, it will go down, it will go up again for 5 waves, and then it will come do a massive downtrend. So people need to understand that it's liquidity, right? It comes in, there's liquidity involved. People will take profit at different times as well, okay? So when people take profits at different times, people are in different stages of the investing period or of the swing trading or day trading, and there's many different types of players out there. So please don't ever remember that things will go up forever. All right, so I'm extremely interested in buying LiteCoin between 116 and 120 if it even gets there, right? For all we know, it's not even going to get there. Look at this green candle, guys. Do you guys see it? Do you guys see this? That's quite amazing. Whenever we do our candle dick analysis, right? Like, look at that candle dick. It's probably the biggest candle dick I've ever seen. It's green, it's huge, awesome candle dick. I've never seen one that big in a really long time. And I'm a really big fan of these gigantic candle dicks. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, always big, always, always a big fan of them. So I don't think we've officially broken out of it yet with conviction. So what I'm probably gonna wait for is the next day, okay? I'm gonna wait for the next day just to see if we trade in a range that's actually higher than the previous day, okay? If we in a few hours, like 5 6 hours, when's the candle forming? It's almost about to form in about 50 minutes. That's how much time we've got left, okay? Yeah, we've got 50 minutes left in the day for the daily chart right now, and I want to see the next day if we actually trade in a much higher range than than the previous day, right? But as far as we can tell right now, we've got the volume. Okay, we've got the volume. We've got a massive green candle. It's like a bullish pin bar that's pushing the market up right now. We found a series of supports right now as well. But the most important thing to acknowledge, guys, is this going to be a bull trap? Okay, I don't want you guys to get into a bull trap at all. So we have to make sure that we respect Fibonacci right now, guys. Respect the Fib, okay? Make sure you guys always respect Mr. Fibonacci, 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 because Fibonacci is the most powerful thing. You guys need to give it some time and see if this is indeed the top, okay? If this is actually the top, make sure you guys are respecting these Fibonacci levels between 382 all the way down to even 618. So see, first of all, if we're going to retrace here. Now, if it does not retrace there at all, and for some reason we get a massively wrong count, well, of course, you guys want to play on a breakout. This candle right here, the high is $1.30. So if it actually breaks well above $1.30 with conviction, well, then we're naturally going to be shooting for a target of about this one right there, right? Of about $140. So I believe that we will correct a tiny bit, right? Not too much. I am looking and keeping an eye anywhere between 118 to 123. We'll just say around there. Now, I want to show you guys how we can easily get to some really ridiculous numbers right now of 485 to 716, okay? So we're going to assume that this is right here, okay? A massive bull run. And I don't remember if I did it right or wrong the last time, but let's just say that this is actually just the first wave of the massive grand wave that we've had, okay? From actually no, let's assume that let's take a look on the weekly actually. So how's the weekly looking? Oh man, the weekly's looking powerful, guys. Wow, we are bouncing right off of the 55 EMA right there. That is some powerful stuff, guys. Woo, woo, woo. It's pretty exciting, guys. Aren't you guys excited to see some powerful confluences like that? Man, am I ever excited right now, because all I see is dollar signs, okay? All I see is dollar signs. You guys see 786 right here? If I take it from this region right there, hey guys, we're reaching 786 again. 786 there, 786 there. So now let's just do some very basic fib extensions, all right? You guys ready? We're going to say right here that this is here wave 1. Okay, we're going to say this is wave 2. We're going to say wave 3, 4. Well, where's the fifth one going to go, guys? Right? Where's the fifth wave going to go? Do you guys want to see where the fifth wave is going to go? I'm pretty excited to see it. So we're just going to assume, first of all, that this wave right there, okay, this one here, first of all, wave 3 did a roughly 361.8 extension. So we will simply just go to the next extension right there. Right around there. Okay, that's how we're getting about the at least the $430 plus range. And now we're going to use different correlation methods as well. So let's just say we're just taking a look at, well, you know what? Let's say that this is the whole first wave, right? Because that could very well be it as well, where this is all of one wave. So if I'm just taking my Fibonacci retracement from here to that 786 level I called earlier, well, based on a one-to-one extension, guys, just simple, right? Simple one-to-one extension. What we see is here's the $480 range that we can get up to, right? And here right there is the 161.8 right there. But we have to assume incredibly bullish momentum that's going to be carried over to this year. So I don't even think that we're going to get to there. We're going to scratch this one out. And realistically, long term, guys, it's going to be so bullish, in my opinion, if Bitcoin does that $35,000 run, that yeah, here's the $1,000 target that we could actually get to. Very, very possible. So I'm not worried in the least, guys. Like if we're actually going to, um, I don't care about making money, Greek. I'm okay with where I am. I'm not like super wealthy by normal means, put it that way. Like like 10, 20, 50 million dollars there. But if you guys don't chase money, you end up becoming a lot happier altogether in life, right? And I'm a little bit older than most people. I guess I'm 33, and you just find other things that make you a lot happier. Like my dog, for example. Okay, my dog makes me super happy. That maybe once a month. One of the things that makes me incredibly happy as well is ecstasy. Ecstasy does make me happy. As you guys know, sometimes I stream on it or I tweet about it. So that's also something that's very fun as well, right? It's very fun to do ecstasy. Not gonna lie, guys. If you actually go to concerts, like when I went to Chainsmokers, oh my god, Chainsmokers on Molly was like, I'm just joking, by the way. I don't do any drugs at all, just to be very clear. And ecstasy to me is it's not. I'm talking about a different. Please don't arrest me. Oh my goodness! If the cops come here right now to arrest me, it's gonna be bad news. But anyways, we find other things to make us happy in life, and money is just a small way for things to make it easier in life, right? But whether you have $1 billion or $1 million or $1,000, right? Sometimes people are actually much happier having a lot less than having a lot more. You guys always need to see money as something that just makes things a little bit easier, but it really doesn't buy happiness. Trust me, guys. Trust me, it doesn't make you happier. Okay, I've been in I've been in a really like I've been in a few serious relationships, right? And like I know for a fact that money just doesn't make you happier. It just makes things a lot easier. That's all. Yes, that's true, Austin. MDMA is the antidepressant, okay? I don't know why people rag on me for that, right? Like the public, they're like, oh, Phil's some sort of drug addict. Philicon just loves to do drugs. It's like, no, I don't love to do drugs. It's like once in a blue moon kind of thing, you know? It's like where I'm just letting loose and I'm raving. Like I'm raving. What's so bad about that? Where it's like once in a really I don't see anything wrong with that, right? I don't know where some people grew up in from such a prude background. Anyways, it's not that I'm condoning it whatsoever. I'm more so just defending myself. Okay, this video, guys, this video, it went from so I'm holding your guys' head. It went from so professional to like just pure blown out inappropriate. Okay, I don't know how this happened, where it just completely went from professional And I was such a good boy. I was such a good boy, you know. Then all of a sudden, it just went to start talking about ecstasy and Molly and MDMA. So, anyways, I'm just joking. I was completely joking about all of that. I don't do any of that whatsoever. Just to be incredibly clear, okay? I am as straight edge as my penis. It's super straight, okay? It's not, I'm not like that. I don't curve at all in any way. I don't bend. I'm super straight edge. That stuff is entirely illegal, and I do not encourage anybody to ever do anything like that, okay? Because it's illegal and drugs are very bad for you. So I just want to say that very clearly to the public that I don't condone of what you guys choose to do with your life if that's going to be involved. Nor do I involve myself in any way whatsoever. Was that believable? Was that believable when I just denied all credibility? If anybody looked at me, they would just be like, nah, this guy's not believable in any way. Let's completely arrest him, okay? It's like, yes, if they came to arrest me right now, I would just pick up my bottle of Molly right here and I would just chug it all. I would be like, ah, yes, arrest me right now, arrest me. And I would just grab my bottle of water and I'll be like on 500 Molly before they arrest me or something like that, okay? So yeah, anyways, I think that I'm done for the video, guys. So I do see Litecoin reaching a possible massive target down the road, guys. And it's just a matter of being extremely patient, right? I mean, if you guys really wanted to, for all the crazy investors, right, that I've advised my friends as well, I've basically just told them this, okay? If you guys are gonna hold Litecoin for a year, does it really matter when you buy it? Does it really matter when you buy it? You buy it, you set your stop loss for $100, okay? And if you believe in a very bullish momentum this year, just buy it and just hold it. Okay, you set your stop loss for $100, which we have not reached ever since November, December, and you target at least the all-time high, which was 370ish around there, and you've got yourself a risk to reward of 914. 9.14, right? If you think of it like that, that's actually a ridiculously good risk to reward ratio. So for the investors out there, they're accumulating already, guys. The smart money out there is already starting to buy these Litecoin very, very, very slowly. You guys got to remember that the liquidity will dry up. Litecoin, like Bitcoin, in a few years, okay, you have to factor in liquidity always. Bitcoin is a finite resource like gold, more scarce than gold. And later, as we actually get into 5, 10 years from now, where a lot of people will be holding Bitcoin and each fractional Bitcoin will be worth a lot more, right? You guys got to make sure you factor that in. So the smart money, they realize that there's a finite amount of all cryptocurrency out there. And they're starting to accumulate and buy and buy and buy and buy, because at the end of the day, whoever holds more Litecoin will have a monopoly of the market, right? There's no such thing as an oligopoly, guys. No such thing as an oligopoly for cryptocurrency. The majority of holders for specific coins are actually all like within 2 or 3 people at most, okay? So, other than that, guys, I still firmly believe that we are going to get to a very high number soon, and the breakout is actually very imminent. And one thing that I forgot to say, guys, I don't know if I said it already. I'm sure that I did already, but it's all about this support and resistance right now, guys. Honestly, it's all about this support and resistance for however we get there, okay? We're just basically, I don't think we've officially broken out of it yet, to be quite honest, okay? I don't think we've officially broken out of it yet, but I do see some massive supports and resistances where this is 100% with certainty forming some sort of apex. That's why the title is Get the Time is Near, Get Ready or Left Behind. The time is near, guys, and you need to make sure that you plan and you prepare for this breakout if and when it does happen, because you want to buy it as cheap as you possibly can. Now, my goal is to buy it before waiting for massive confirmation, okay? I don't want to wait for massive confirmation before I buy. I want to take that chance. I want to get as cheap as I possibly can. And then after that, I'm just going to ride it. I'm gonna buy a lot of Litecoin. I'm probably gonna buy like 250 Litecoin, to be quite honest. That's a lot of Litecoin. And I'm just gonna hold it, guys. Maybe 300, maybe 500, and I'm simply just gonna keep it on offline, like in a ledger or something like that, or it's not a ledger, like just somewhere completely offline, and I won't even touch it until it gets to a death cross down the road, because I'm not scared of small little swings when it comes to investing. Okay, guys? So smart money is acting very soon. Please make sure that you guys are paying attention to this triangle, this apex that's pretty much going to bust out anytime soon. And the moment that it busts out, you guys got to be ready, because if you're not ready, all that you're going to do is be left behind and you guys are going to feel incredibly bad. So, if I were to actually draw my triangle a little bit better, right? There's no way we broke out of it yet, guys. See what I mean? We're actually getting rejected pretty hard right now. That's why I'm talking about that retracement. So make sure you guys remember my targets I was talking about, okay? Basically anywhere between 118 to 123. Let's give it a shot here and see if it actually retraces just a slight bit, right? Awesome if it does. If it doesn't, then we're going to be ready to buy on a breakout if it breaks well above 130 with conviction. So other than that, guys, I really appreciate you guys coming in here. Uh, I feel very much control of myself, guys. Okay, I'm not some raging alcoholic or drug addict that people make me out to be. You have to think of it like this, right? If I was, would it be actually possible for myself to convey myself like this? Also, I look pretty healthy. I feel pretty healthy. I see my parents very often as well, right? If my parents if I see my parents often, and I was some raging alcoholic or drug addict, like they would spank the crap out of me. My dad would get out his belt and he would spank me like how he spanked me when I was younger, like in the old days, like how all parents do. So other than that, I really appreciate all the love and the support that you guys have given me. Thank you very much for tuning in always. Luna says hi. She's right on the sectional over there. And other than that, thank you very much, and I hope to see you guys sometime soon. Be sure to follow me for these Litecoin technical analysis, and I will be sure to give you guys tons of play-by-plays, guys, like I've done for Bitcoin. If you guys are new in the market and you're looking for signals, trust me, I'm going to be making sure that I let you guys know when I'm looking to enter a massive position, okay? On that, have a great day, guys, and thank you very, very much for tuning in. It went a little bit longer than an hour, so I'm not going to really have the time to take a look at other things because I'm starving. So have yourselves a great day, guys. Bye now. Take it easy.